All right, Scott MacKenzie, back to you with an interesting and, let's say, spicy segment. Hot snacks. I want hot snacks. These are snacks, and we're going to go through each one of them, progressively getting hotter and hotter. Probably not going to really have any issues, right?
That should be okay.
All right. So we have almonds, we've got potato whatever fingers or whatever, and then we've got these hot Cheetos looking thing. So my rule is that you just can't take one. You need to take a handful, and then you need to chomp on it, and then you need to sort of then I'll do the same, and then we'll have this conversation about your company, who you are, and all of this stuff. Okay?
Sounds great.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Let's go. Take
Let's
it.
do
He's gonna. It's gonna be nothing, right? Give us your feedback.
It's good.
That's
Yeah.
delicious.
It's really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, habanero, but I'm not tasting the habanero. I'm just tasting deliciousness.
Yeah, just almonds.
Okay, Roz, give us a little background on who you are. No, hurry up. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Yeah, so I work for a company called ProPlate.
Yeah, not bad.
1 second.
Yeah, you dosed
Stuck.
it long.
So ProPlate's a metallization company. We specialize in catheter-based therapies and components. And what we do is we add gold and platinum specifically for radiopacity and electrical conductivity. And it's a little bit different than how it's done for traditional methods because traditional methods, you take drawn tubing or machine components, and it's more of a reductive process to make that component. And then installation would require swaging, welding, or some type of bonding. Whereas we're actually electrodepositing the gold or the platinum to make that same component directly onto the device itself. So it comes with some advantages in terms of profile reduction, flexibility, and also the ability to install into complex geometries where you might not be able to.
How long you been with the company?
I've been with the company for over 15 years now.
Not bad at all. Tell us about the market that you serve. What does your organization serve? What do you focus on?
Yeah. So of course with there's a big focus on medical device, but where the company started is we served all industries. We were an industrial manufacturer. But we found that there was a trend within the medical device industry of there's these needs and they're not being solved with traditional conventional methods. And so we kind of put our heads together and said, let's see how we can solve some of them. And so really the catheter, minimally invasive surgical space is where we focus our efforts on with what I mentioned before. But then we get people that come to us all the time that ask us, well, could you do X, Y, and Z?
Right.
And that just leads to more innovation. So we also work on other components that are ranging from neodymium iron boron magnets that are...
Whoa. Say that one again.
Neodymium iron boron.
Uh-huh.
It's a rare earth magnet. It's a permanent magnet. It's the strongest commercially available magnet that you can find, but it's very toxic. So it's not good for, being in the body. But
You can't bring them home?
you could bring it home, but if you looked at it wrong, it would turn to rust and corrode, and so that inside the body is not a good thing. But there's ways to protect them through some of our plating methods.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What's an application like that for? I mean, what?
Yeah, so it ranges. So there's magnetic motors that use these permanent magnets in them. So PVAD applications for a heart pump, soft tissue localization for, let's say, tumor removal for cancer applications, and you name it. They can be used for a range of applications. But the challenge has always been how to use these magnets without them, being a risk to the patient. And
Where is your manufacturing facility? God,
we
this is
have
good.
2 locations in Anoka, Minnesota,
Uh-huh.
And so the first one is where we started out, and that's 12,000 square foot facility, so very modest. And more recently, in the last year, we acquired a 38,500 square foot facility, and we'll be in there in the next few months.
So business is good.
Business
is booming.
Business is booming.
All right.
Yes.
Here we go.
Let's go
Here,
for the.
go ahead if you want some more of those.
Yeah,
Those
these
are
are
good.
good.
But we're going to go venturing into this. Well, they look hot. Let's put it that way. So far, rate it. Those were delicious. Those almonds, they were delicious.
Yeah, but no spice.
No
Yeah.
spice. And these are not bad either.
Not bad. I'd give it a.
You got a little spice
a
in there.
two, maybe a 2
Maybe
on the spicy scale.
Maybe, I think
Yeah.
you're pushing it. All right.
1.5.
Here we go.
Okay.
Next one, it looks like I guess they look Cheeto-ish. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're gonna mess up your fingers. Mm-hmm. Like
Don't
with,
touch your eyes, please.
Red dye number 45.
This is the slow burn.
Is it a slow
It'll
burn?
come. Yeah.
'Cause I think they're delicious too.
Yeah. No, these are good.
Everything's been delicious.
Yeah. I would give it
But-
a 10 for taste on all of them.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm gonna have another one. All right. Put your future hat on. With all this mad technology, this mad solutions that you have, that you provide, where do you see things going? What's that? What is ProPlate saying? Woohoo! Hey, this is great. We're venturing into this area. Boy, these are good.
Yeah, so I think what I mentioned early on with the electrodes,
Yep.
radiopacity, we want to transform the industry to think about how to make those components differently. And in some cases, it is for performance-based purposes for the advantage of what I mentioned, flexibility, profile reduction. But in other cases, we can actually reduce the material consumption, making the cost of that component lower. So I think if we can hit on both the cost and the effectiveness of the component, so we get safety, efficacy also for the patient and the doctors, then we can get the best value proposition for these things.
How are you addressing costs? I mean, you're dealing with pretty specialized materials. How do you deal with that? Is that an operational optimization strategy, or is it a supply chain sourcing strategy? What is it?
Well, so the cost of platinum, cost of gold, or the cost of any other precious materials that we work with, it's the market rate,
It's all
right?
It's all driven by the market. Yep.
But where we have the advantage is we're additively making that component through our electroplating or electrodeposition process versus the subtractive process of machining a component out of platinum iridium, for example. The scrap of that component can be worth more than the component itself. And you have to then recycle that again and make it into, refine it again. So we are a lot more efficient in regards to that.
Okay. Well, I enjoyed that. Okay, if I were you, which I'm not, you're bigger, stronger, faster. Rate the quality of these snacks. I mean, just granted, we're not talking heat.
Yeah.
We're talking flavor bombs.
Yeah.
So where do you reside?
I would give this a 9.25
They are pretty damn good.
because almonds are just great.
Yeah, I'll go.
I think maybe a 8.75 for the potato snack in the middle. I think
Far East.
yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese have good snacks, and then unfortunately the American snacks aren't always the best. Cheetos in my book are maybe a solid 8.
I have to agree with you on that. I really enjoyed these almonds, and these two. I mean, you could probably mix and match, but I wouldn't want to drive. I don't know. So, with all that said, with everything that you've, are we seeing that the technology, the innovation, are you as a company keeping up with that? I mean, you guys got to be at the cutting edge.
Yeah, we think we're at the forefront of some of it, certainly, but it also takes a lot of collaboration with your customers and partners. So that's where we're starting to find the most traction is going to be through the numbers of working with people and collaborating. That's part of our company's core values too. Is collaboration is one of them.
Yeah.
And that's what we look for in our partners and our customers, and we can be more successful that way.
His name's Ross, right there. The snacks were they're delicious. They're not making me sweat, but this is the almonds, the potato strings, and then the Cheetos. Okay, we got it. You were great.
Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
you having
much.
me.
All right, once again, broadcasting News and Brews, MD&M, right here, right now. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stay tuned.